My interest is also in the history of Puerto Ricans in Philadelphia, and so I too have gone back to, well, in fact, in 1815, one of the pieces of research at the HSP is the Balch Institute's collection, and they have a history of Puerto Ricans in the United States, and research shows that in 1815 trade with Puerto Rico became legal because of the Spanish government, and then trade actually was tolerated, however, only in San Juan at that time, and then in 1819 a trade treaty was signed with the United States and Spain, and thus began the U.S. buying sugar, and Philadelphia becoming a major outlet for its sugar. Themes that so I've read the research. I've stayed mostly at HSP because of the history, and so I've covered the Puerto Rican experience. In 1975, the Commission on Human Relations of Philadelphia produced a document which was rather interesting, and it was more current. So I'm moving from the 1815 all the way to 1975, and so I just wanted to highlight a few parts of that document, and that was in 1975. Interviewing neighbors of Puerto Ricans, so that is in a Puerto Rican community, neighbors who were not Puerto Rican were interviewed, and almost the majority said they had little factual knowledge about Puerto Ricans, and actually less than 50% knew that Puerto Ricans were American citizens. And all the way to 1975, it was crystal clear to this commission that there was a prejudice against Puerto Ricans. The census, by the way, in 1950, there are 301,000 Puerto Ricans. 3 years later, 1953, 569,000 Puerto Ricans in Philadelphia, and of course continually increasing. Another document I looked at was, as I just said, from the Balch collection, the history of Puerto Ricans in the United States. And I think another important factor is, and you were just mentioning about going back and forth to Puerto Rico. In 1929, Pan Am actually started the first flights between Miami and San Juan. 1929, which is, I thought, really impressive. One of the other interests I have are cigar making, and there's a document at HSP called "Once a Cigar Maker," and it's about cigar industry, the cigar industry, 1900 to 1919, and it takes a look at the workers in the cigar factories, and these are all small little. Some of them are in the home, and most curiously, I thought, were in Philadelphia. There were 4,276 women who were cigar makers, and only 1,252 men in Philadelphia. So there were far more women making cigars, which was totally the opposite of what I thought it would be. In colonial America, there were many merchants who purchased Puerto Rican goods, and so I find that of major interest. And I'm going to stop right there because I can go on and on.
Thank you, Mona.
Thank you.